What's going on, guys? My name is Soccer, and welcome to the world. Oh, I lost the accent at the end then.
It's
Yeah, you just
football, you
walk up like
idiot.
a normal person.
Yeah.
Stalker, you prick.
Yeah, fuck's sake, Roosmore. Way to let the team down. So, you guys excited for the World Cup?
Yes.
I am more excited now than I was.
Because you
A
beat
month
Nigeria 2-1.
Yeah, because we're
No,
going to win
because
it.
there's no other football on TV now, and this is how it works.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, you know, I was gonna I'm looking at the groups, and there's a lot of Europa League quality groups in there, if you know what I mean. You got one where it's Russia and Saudi Arabia
That's
and
the worst grade of all time.
Egypt and Uruguay. Yeah,
Uruguay are good.
Uruguay are good, and hopefully Diego Forlan scores a great goal for them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Is
47-year-old Diego Forlan.
this opening game the least prestigious opening game of all time? Russia, Saudi Arabia at 4 o'clock on a Thursday.
It's a derby as well for them, isn't there? There's a big history there between those two countries, isn't there?
I mean, it's between the two countries who hate women most, I think.
Nah, I think you would have probably Iran involved.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Did we just do a racism? So I asked for questions on Twitter, and we got more than 5, which is good. And everyone really wants to know about England, and that's where you guys are from. And it's during World Cup season, it's the only fucking thing that's ever talked about on the TV channels, which are all also English. And it's really weird because you guys all hate yourselves is what I gather from the whole thing. You either overstate how great you are, or else unfathomably hate yourselves, and it's really weird. So Terry with a Brexit tattoo is gonna be all England definitely gonna win, yeah, and then other football fans are we are garbage, and Southgate is leading this gang of merry morons off a cliff. So where do you guys fall on that spectrum?
I think it says it all that the first thing I thought of there was John Terry with a Brexit flag on his
I did think
on
of
his
that,
body.
but, yeah.
God save John Terry.
I'm leaning more towards the edge of the cliff, suicide pact, than I am. We're gonna win it, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna win the fucking World Cup. 100%.
It's nice to have contract.
We're gonna shove it right up Panama. Then Tunisia, and then Belgium.
I can't wait to see the tactical masterclass of holding great nation Panama to a 0-0 draw. I've said it countless times, but reminiscent of the England-Iceland game, I don't think it will go as smoothly as people would like it to, and it's going to be one of those kind of narrowy games where it's fucking typical turgid football, and everyone will be.
We've never been able to make an easy game easy.
Yeah.
Every World Cup we ever go to, we always beat a team 1-0.
And get knocked out on penalties.
Yeah, even the World Cups that we remember fondly when we got to quarterfinals and semis back in the 90s, we were still fucking honking in the group.
Yeah.
We've drawn with the USA 4 times in 3 different World Cups or so. It doesn't even make sense. That sentence I just said doesn't make sense, and that's about as much sense as England make at a World Cup.
You can meet each other twice in the World Cup. Brazil played Turkey twice in 2002, so
that's true.
That's what happened. England famously played USA in the semis, and it ended in a draw, and the penalty shootout was also a draw, so everyone just went home, and there was no World Cup final that year.
Let's get 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll win in a couple of draws.
Yeah.
So who do you think England will beat?
Panama.
We'll beat Belgium.
Yeah, you'll beat Belgium.
Henderson penalty.
Yeah.
No, we'll beat Panama. We'll draw the other 2.
Yeah, I think that's what it'll be.
Man,
I was about to say we're good at not getting beaten by decent teams, but we constantly get beaten by decent teams.
Yeah, and rubbish ones as well.
The Iceland game has aged well. I will say that.
Yeah. It is weird that it's now at like an age of positivity. Like they had on Sky Sports today, like meet the England team, and everyone was like, "We're going to this thinking we're going to win," and you have to. And you think, "Oh, okay, nice." I mean, at least they're being positive, when everything else tells them that it shouldn't be, because 2 years ago we lost to Iceland. But yeah.
England don't win games in tournaments anymore. Wasn't there some fucking crazy stat like Roy Hodgson only won one game in 2 tournaments or something like that?
Yeah, we've won one.
Yeah, I mean we beat Wales in the group of like the European Championships 2 years ago, but we yeah. But yeah, I think did we draw 3 games in the World Cup in 2014 or lose every game or something ridiculous?
I feel like you lost to Uruguay.
We definitely lost to Uruguay. Yeah.
Maybe drew Costa Rica and drew Italy, I think. So 2 draws and a loss.
Yeah, did Italy win 1-0? And that was the one where Sterling scored the goal that wasn't actually a goal at all.
Yeah, the greatest goal that hit the side net. Yeah.
That was a fine goal.
Mm.
Sterling
I'm still adamant that was a goal. Yeah. Replays haven't told me otherwise.
Sterling was basically.
I believe that was a goal.
Sterling was like the brightest spark for England in that tournament, and now you all hate him because he has a gun tattoo. So
how dare he?
Yeah. The shit that goes on with the English media is actually fucking mental though. Like I don't understand it at all. Like in Ireland, we made Robbie Keane captain like 15 years ago, and it was like, oh, and Ireland have announced their starting 11 and Robbie Keane is the captain, and from then on out Robbie Keane was the captain, and that was that. When England choose a captain, it is subject to fucking a national inquest, and they have to scour the person's social media history and then if that person does something wrong, they have to strip him of the captaincy and give it to someone else who's even more racist than that guy. And it's like just the weirdest fucking thing. Like it seems like the English, the players just exist so that the press can drink their blood and spit it on all the fans. And I'll never ever understand how much the English media bigs up the team and then condescendingly says that they're all fucking terrible and they're all scumbags.
Do they really big up the team?
The thing that came to mind when I said that was the World Cup 2010 group, when it just said easy and it was England, Algeria, Slovakia, Yanks, and England didn't make it out of that group.
Well. Yeah. Yes, we did.
No, we did make it out, but I think we drew 2 of those games.
Yeah, you drew 0-0 with Algeria, you drew with Slovakia, I think, and then you beat. No, you drew with America as well. You must have beaten Slovakia.
Drew beat Slovakia, yeah. We lost to Germany.
Oh yeah.
And Frank Lampard was robbed.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, England tend to pick their captains based on how hard they are.
Why have I never been picked?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a travesty, to be honest. We do have a weird thing, where we try and Spain will probably give Sergio Ramos is Spain's captain, but if he wasn't about, they would just give it to Jordi Alba, because who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter to other countries.
PK,
or Iniesta.
I don't think we're at PK now though.
Yeah.
Only because of the Catalonia stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last time Spain were so divided, they won 3 tournaments in a row, and then the political stuff died down, and then they were fucking terrible, and now the political stuff is at an all-time high. So I reckon Spain are going to win the whole thing.
It's we're trying that with Brexit.
Yeah.
but it's not going to work.
God, I hope it doesn't
work. I would
like
to see them ask the footballers right before the start of the game against Tunisia, the opening England game, and be like, all right, lads, which one of you voted to leave? And it just divides the squad, and it'd be amazing. It wouldn't be amazing. It'd be terrible.
Gary Cahill.
I don't know. We do self-sabotage massively.
Yeah, no other country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just strange. I don't get it. Like from David Beckham to Wayne Rooney to now it's Sterling. The media's campaign against Sterling though is actually just the most baffling thing ever.
I like that Beckham had to stop being a footballer to get respect though from the media.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just they hate it. What I loved the most about the Beckham thing was that he raised his leg at Simeone and in '98 and he got sent off. And the press hanged him publicly, and it everyone was like, "Oh, he's shit," and he's he only cares about fashion. He didn't care about the team and football and all this. And it's you're angry that he got sent off, which means he's obviously a very good player. You're angry that you lost a chance of winning the game in a player that's so good, and you're also saying that he's shit at the same time. Doesn't make any sense.
It is a weird sort of social thing with newspapers as well, because they know that they're trying to appeal to the working class, so they're look at how rich these fuckers are, they're not like you should hate them, but then equally they're but they're English, so we should support them, and then they give away free flags in the fucking middle of the paper, and you're well, you can't have it both ways, you have to, I don't know.
They make fun of Sterling for A, shopping at Poundland despite being a multi-millionaire, B, using a private jet despite being a man of the people. And then there was one headline about him once that was Raheem Sterling has breakfast despite winning a fucking trophy the night before or some shit. It's just so fucking retarded. Two more people were stabbed to death, one in Sheffield, one in London, on the same weekend that Sterling got a tattoo of an M16.
Yeah. He is directly responsible for those deaths.
Oh, he's shown no respect to our rich history of gun murders in this country.
It's just, I don't understand. What is it, the idea to portray him as some kind of thug. That's what they're going for, isn't it? Is the black thug angle. He's a gangster bad man, even though he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he seems like a relatively decent lad. He missed a training session.
He has 2 young children. Yeah.
No, he has 8 young children.
That's true, he has 8, yeah.
Like an octopus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, octopuses famously have the same number of children as they do tentacles. Starfish always have 5 kids. It's just the way. Yeah, humans always have 2. Crazy. So, where do you guys reckon England are going to finish?
We could get to the quarters.
I think
because
with
a
favourable draw, in terms of whoever we get in the last 16, we could get to the quarters. Yeah.
That's the only reason we're going to get to the quarters.
Yeah.
Who is it? It's not the winner of Group A faces the runner-up in Group B, is it? They do it they switch it around the other way. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think we've got
A and B, C and D.
Group H.
Oh,
yeah, so Poland, Senegal, Colombia, Japan.
Oh, right. Yeah, that is actually
It's a pretty close group, because you'd imagine it'd be Poland and Colombia, but Senegal have got a half-decent team with Mane and people up front, so...
Japan aren't even bringing that really good Japanese player whose name I don't know. Nakajima, is it? I always sign him in FM and he's class.
Right.
But he's not.
Japan aren't very good.
Nah, but they have Shinji Kagawa, and Man United fans from 6 years ago think that he's Messi, so I think you'll find that Japan are actually the best team in the tournament.
Wow.
Hashtag free Shinji.
Seems I've underestimated our potential opponents.
Yeah. And former war enemies.
We won't get above. Belgium aren't going to do nothing because of Martinez. That's just the way it is. He's fucking terrible. But they'll be good enough that they'll spank the other 2 teams more than we do. And so they'll go through top.
I have a feeling that Martinez is actually kind of oddly suited to the tournaments. And I don't know why. I just feel like managers who are bad at club football are not necessarily always bad at the international stage, but I know he scored a massive own goal by not bringing Nainggolan, but still I think he'll do better than people give him credit for. That's what I think anyway.
He just I think when it comes to obviously because he doesn't know how to teach coach defending or manage a defence, he over the course of a 38 game season, that's going to show up a lot. Whereas in a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game tournament.
Yeah, like Brazil won a World Cup with Roque Jr. in defence.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, their fucking midfield from the 2002 World Cup was Kleberson and fucking Adilson.
I just remembered that their other defender was Lucio, and that's why, because he was absolutely savage.
Yeah, he was the Pepe of 2002.
Oh man, big mental
Pepe.
Pepe. Please tell me he's travelling with the Portugal squad.
I hope so.
He is, actually.
He's got to be at least 35 though.
Portugal World Cup squad. Let's have a look. It'll be very, very disappointing if he doesn't.
Yeah.
I hope it's Bruno Alves and Pepe still.
Yeah.
The average age of 49.
Bruno Alves is there. Pepe is
Jesus.
there.
Pepe is there. Get him.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. Must make sure I watch every Portugal game.
They did win the Euros.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it? Because
how many games did they win? 2 games?
They
won the final, I think, and maybe the quarters or something like that, but every other game they drew.
They drew 11-all with Hungary that time.
And they beat Wales 2-0.
Yeah.
Semis.
It's mad, because, like, Portugal are like, they're a big name in international football, but like they're also shit. But they also won a tournament, and they've also got Ronaldo. It's so weird. I can't wait to see Ronaldo bullying Nani for not.
I feel like they've got less people than, like, in terms of like population. Like Portugal's got hardly any people in the country, have they? Like, it's not very big. Like I would assume they've
World
got.
Cup squad is fucking trash without Ronaldo.
Who have we got in there?
They've got 1 or 2 good silvers.
Martins, Guedes, Quaresma, Silva, Fernandes, Mario, Moutinho, Fernandes, Carvalho, Silva. It's a poor squad. Decent midfield. And fairly good Ronaldo.
Fairly good Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Spain are gonna do really well. I think they're kind of like dark horses. I expect Spain to make it to the semis. That's what I think is going to happen.
Do you want to go through the groups? Because I reckon Portugal won't make it out of the group, to be honest. I mean, despite Morocco and Iran being like honking, but it's probably
honk if you hate women.
I don't know. Portugal, one of those teams that just you don't know what you're gonna get. Like,
all right, let's go through the groups in alphabetical order. So
let's start with A.
Group C, Group A. Actually, that's a better idea. So Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay. Surely it's going to be Egypt and Uruguay.
You'd think so. Russia are absolutely dreadful. And
I don't know, but the home teams always do pretty well in World Cups, don't they?
Yeah, but this is the worst home team that it might have ever been.
Do they always do well? Like in South Korea, they did. I suppose, Germany.
South Africa didn't go through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, South Africa did. Yeah, they were terrible.
Brazil, I suppose.
We did it right in '66, didn't we, lads?
Yeah. How good were we in '66, Al?
I was in a pub in Leicester for the World Cup 2014, right? And I was about to say these English lads, these local lads sitting behind us, and one of them said, Because didn't Uruguay, they won the World Cup in like 1950 and they still haven't stopped going on about it. And I was like, the fucking hack of you.
That was only 52 years ago.
Have you ever met a fucking Uruguayan person who has been like going on about the fact that they won the World Cup? Like, is that a thing?
The first.
Huh?
Didn't they win the first one or something?
Yeah, they've won 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
0 world wars though, so they're behind you on that scale.
Well, we've got 2 of them and a cup, so
that's right. Yeah, let's all go to England.
I mean, Germany lose 2 of their World Cups because they lost both World Wars. That's how it works, isn't it?
So do Russia have
them off them?
Do Russia have a World Cup by virtue of the fact
we won it. We won it. Did you not see Churchill?
How many Nazis did the English kill?
Can't count. 2 minutes.
Yeah. Hundreds of dozens.
Literally, lots.
Yeah. Fair, I'll allow it. Do Egypt have any players that aren't named Mo Salah? There's the question. Amir Zaki, is he still?
Probably a few.
I feel like El Mohammadi.
El Baghdadi.
Yeah, El Baghdadi.
Favourite, that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
From Egypt.
Yeah, they're nothing recognisable, I wouldn't have thought.
We're so shit at this that like no one has the fucking squad up.
I've got it here. There is no one.
Okay, good.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty
Ghazi,
conclusive.
West Brom.
Yeah.
El Mohammadi.
He's the fella that used to play for Hull, is he?
Someone called Sam Morsey. That might be wrong.
What, his name's Sam, as in
Sam
Samuel?
Morsey. Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Plays for Wigan. He
Isn't
might
it
not
sad?
be
Like,
Egyptian.
10 years ago, I'd have been able to name the fucking all 23 players of every single squad, and I've aged so
What
much
football manager, though?
that well, football manager, and also just watching lots of football and all that stuff. And now I couldn't tell you anything really, to be honest.
There's a player called Trezeguet for Egypt.
Trezeguet,
Oh.
Yeah.
he's transferred.
No, I think he had a name and he nicknamed himself Trezeguet, and he's one of the players that have somehow managed to get his nickname on the shirt.
They
Oh,
all
like
fuck. That's
Pogba.
every Brazilian player ever. Luis Nazero da
I don't know why
Lima.
they're allowed to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't get.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, English players aren't allowed. I don't get why. Kenziga or Lamano Lualawa wasn't even allowed to put the first initial of his dead kid on his kit, like for no discernible reason. And you have fucking, Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro going around the place just calling himself Ronaldo. It's a joke.
The Russia squad's awful as well. Looks quite old.
Zagoev there. He's the only one I care about.
Yeah, he's still there.
Or the
Yet to reach his potential.
Yeah. What is he now? Like 37? He's
No,
still
he's
the next big
27.
thing. What about those two brothers that have really long names?
They're not there.
Are they?
I know they play for
Beresovsky,
CSKA,
was it? Something like that.
Beresovsky, yeah. They're like 30. They've got the two Berezovskis and Ignacevic, who are their three centre backs that they use, and they're all late 30s.
Wow.
So they've got like a centre back partnership between three of them that's aged about 115.
That's fucking incredible.
It's not as good as the Uruguay centre-back partnership, which is, I think, Jimenez and Godin, which are amazing.
It's literally one of the best centre backs in football.
Yeah.
One of the best partnerships in football. Yeah.
Smolov plays for. He probably is all right.
Is
And,
Arshavin and Pavlyuchenko up front? I don't know.
They didn't make the squad.
Oh.
What are the
Robbed,
chances?
some say.
I'm gonna actually get the squads up because I want to play
It's on Wikipedia.
World Cup squads.
Do the Wikipedia one because you can just cycle through them. It's done by group, so.
Ah, sick. Oh yeah, let's get in on this. All right, Russia have a lad called Vladimir Granat.
What a name!
Yuri Zhirkov. Jesus.
Yeah, he was his left back. He used to play. Was he at Chelsea once?
Yeah, he used to be a left winger and now he's left back. But
yeah.
Jesus man, they have a very bad team. Remember Akinfeev? We all thought he was good, but then it turned out he was literally the worst goalkeeper in the world.
Hadn't kept a clean sheet in the Champions League for about 12 years.
Yeah. They have famous Russian man Mario Fernandez at right back. Good to see.
Yeah, see, that's a poor squad.
Very, very poor, yeah. I expect them to win the tournament.
We'll skip Saudi Arabia on the account of it's pointless. Well, they do have a midfielder, Taysir Al Jassim, who has 131 caps at age 33.
What about this lad, Mohammed Al Salawi, who has 39 appearances and 28 goals at international level?
That's decent.
Yeah.
You've seen all their players play for like the same two clubs.
Yeah, I know.
Al Ahly and Al Hilal.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. So the Uruguay team, this is where we.
They're gonna win it easily. The group.
Christian Rodriguez, Guillermo Varela, Diego Godin, Muslera in goal as well. He's decent. Coates, Cavani.
Yeah. They imagine getting that group.
There's one lad in their squad who is 29 years old and has one cap. He's a goalkeeper, I suppose. It's not that big a deal, but
Martin Campagna.
Campagna, yeah.
No.
They have a good squad, even though their best players are kind of old, but they're still like Suarez is.
Suarez and Cavani. Well, they're not, it's old, but 31. So.
And Suarez is like a weird machine who doesn't seem to slow down anyway. Even though it's weird, like I've watched him this season at Barca, and like he doesn't look as good, but his stats aren't slowing down, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's still scoring.
But yeah, they're gonna dominate
that,
that. Yeah. Then second place is really just a matter of drawing lots, isn't it? Because
you'd guess Egypt.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like,
I'd put Russia just because they're the hosts. I mean, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be like one might have 3 points, one might have 4 points. I don't think they're going to be like, close behind. I think Uruguay will win all 3 games.
Yeah, I do expect Russia because like Vladimir Putin is like big into his social engineering, so I expect some shenanigans to happen and Russia to win the whole tournament. But apart from that, I don't expect them to do well.
No,
nothing weird will happen.
No, for sure.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, no one's going to get assassinated.
No.
The World Cup isn't just a front to sabotage the American trade route.
Yeah.
Alright, Group B, we'll start with Iran.
We have to.
The big one.
They have...
They've got no one of any... you can look at the thing on the right because it tells you the clubs there.
Yeah, there's one guy playing for AZ Alkmaar, but he...
And someone for Nottingham Forest.
That Ruben Kazan lad, Sardar Azmoun, has 23 goals and 32 caps, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I've just seen they're managed by Carlos Queiroz, so...
That's weird.
Why?
Isn't it?
A bad manager managing a bad team.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not out of the question. The Morocco team. Jeez, this is such a fucking poverty World Cup. Like, honestly, these teams...
I feel like it's always like this, but...
Yeah.
Surely it has to be always like this.
I expect people to get angry at me for saying that, but...
I don't know, the Morocco team has got some decent-ish players in.
Name...
I mean, Benatti is a decent defender.
That's fair, yeah.
Oh, just him then.
Yeah, I was trying
trying to find someone else, but there is.
Yeah.
That Ziyech plays for Ajax. He's apparently quite good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I like realistically, none of us know any of these apart from Football Manager and Benatia. So, that Ashraf Hakimi is actually he plays for Real Madrid.
He started a few games this season.
He's the centre defender, isn't he?
Yeah, he always turns out great in Football Manager. So.
But yeah, Morocco. No Adel Tarab, so pointless.
Why is he not in the squad? Do you know?
Because he's a waste man.
Yeah.
This is a shit house. Yeah.
They do have Mbarka Bousafa, who used to play for Chelsea as well.
Did he?
Yeah, legendary journeyman. I think he went through loads of fucking clubs. He was there, like, do you remember, like, Mikhail Forssell and players like that?
Oh, yeah. That era.
Boussoufa, that's his name. I think I said Bousafa. That's how I used to pronounce it.
Sofyan Amrabat. Isn't he was he at Leicester?
Is that the same one?
Swansea, wasn't it? Only one way to find out. Click on him.
There's 2 Amrabats.
Watford.
Oh,
yeah.
That was a name. But that's a poor team.
Yeah. Portugal, again, we already kind of went through them. They have Cedric. He plays for Southampton. Adrian
They've
Silva.
got a young lad called Ronaldo.
Rolando.
He's got 149 caps. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It shows
He's
you the
been playing
goals.
since he was
Look at the
17.
goals apart from him.
Yeah.
And then obviously got caps and goals.
You could add up the goals combined from like all of the other teams that we've looked through so far, and they probably wouldn't even reach the 81 that Ronaldo has scored.
Yeah, but there'll be like a player.
The other 22 members of the squad have 58 goals.
Jesus.
Ronaldo has 81.
That's fairly standard though with internationals.
There'll be a guy who plays for Saudi Arabia who's 39 who has 67 international goals or something. So
there's only one way to find out.
Scroll up.
Oh, it's gone. Where is it? There. 28.
Let's look at Spain team. Yeah, Portugal team's shit. Spain team. Jesus, Nacho is 28 years old.
He's yet to reach his peak as well, isn't he?
What the fuck, like?
A lot of untapped potential.
Yeah.
That Spanish midfield is fucking mental.
It's not fair, is it? We've got fucking Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a single player in that midfield who isn't better than Henderson.
They've got a lot of number 10s, to be fair.
Yeah.
Busquets, Iniesta, Sol, Koke, Thiago, Asensio, Isco. All of them are better than
David Silva as well. He'll probably play in the centre.
It's mad that Costa's only got 19 caps. Plus some for...
Well, he had to live in Spain for long enough to become a resident because he's Brazilian.
Yeah. Oh, didn't he play for Brazil as well?
I think he played for him, yeah. It's the same as like Wilfred Zaha played twice for England, and now he plays for the Ivory Coast.
With that, obviously Spain and Portugal.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but I still see Portugal like drawing 2 of their games though. Like,
and then you'd fancy either of them. Well, one's going to play Uruguay, probably Portugal. The old Ronaldo Suarez derby.
You'd expect Uruguay to hockey Portugal, but then I don't know. Oh, that's a weird game actually, because they're both kind of gonna like cheat and dive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. I don't know, do we want to go through all the fucking squads that in depth? But the Australia team has the youngest player.
Let's do the main ones.
Yeah. Let's do Australia because we have listeners from Australia, so let's do a bit of fan service. That Daniel Arzani lad who plays for Melbourne City, he's like hotly tipped to become a breakout star, and his club is also owned by Man City. So it's
they're the...
Yeah.
There's a QPR player there.
Ah.
That's weird.
That's the team that you support.
That is.
Oh, that's your man, Massimo Luongo. He had like an orange inform card.
Did he?
Yeah, I did a squad around it. It was...
You mad cunt.
It was good shit. Jesus Christ, man. Look at Tim Cahill's goals per game return at the international stage.
But he has played qualifiers against Bali.
That's true. They actually... Australia barely fucking got into the tournament, and they scraped past Syria after 2 games ended in a draw, and they beat them in extra time in the second game. And
Syria, which is having a civil war.
Yeah, Syria couldn't even play in their own fucking country, in their home leg, like. It's bad. Like, they have a lad called Trent Sainsbury. Like, need I say any more about Australia's chances in this tournament?
If you go on the Google, when you Google the World Cup, there's like the initial thing that comes up. Sorry, and it says like the chances, like the odds of winning, and I'll go on Australia and France. Australia versus France. The odds of Australia winning. France is 78% likely to win, and Australia is 7% likely to win.
To win what?
The game
to win
against
the game against France.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But they have big Tommy Rogic.
That's true.
So
did you see the French team's just a bit scary?
Yeah, it's good.
Like they had their front 6 the other day against Italy. It was like, was it Pogba, Kante, Tolito, and as a midfield 3, and then Griezmann, Mbappe, and Dembele.
I love how they've brought Florian Thauvin along for the ride as well, for the laugh, like give him something to do.
Yeah.
Is he at Newcastle? Or
He scored a hat trick on his debut against it was in the League Cup, Nottingham Forest or someone maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a fucking good team, man. Like Kante and Pogba in the same midfield. It should have been great in the Euros. It wasn't so much, and oddly enough, the best player in that trio of midfield turned out to be Sissoko, who I don't think is even going this time around. But
Oh, no, he's not in the squad.
yeah, they've brought in Nzonzi instead. He's only got 4 caps, but he's been really good since he left the Premier League. Yeah.
He's just kind of a Pogba though, like, and Nzonzi's kind of a better version of Pogba, really. Like, he doesn't do the flash shit that Pogba does.
Yeah, he doesn't. His career isn't a fucking YouTube compilation. Pogba is so fucking frustrating. Like, if I supported Man United, I would hate Pogba. The fucking amount of goals they concede because he's a bollocks. Like, they played that European Super Cup game against Real Madrid a few years ago, and Pogba was in the left back position for United, and the stupid cunt tried to fucking do some 5-star skill move and nutmeg Carvajal, and he failed like a big stupid cunt that he is, and Real Madrid got a throw in and they scored like from that direct bit of play. Real Madrid threw it, crossed it, Benzema scored, and if Pogba wasn't such a stupid cunt, that wouldn't have happened. But sadly he is a big stupid bollocks, and he just can't fucking help himself. He plays for the fucking YouTube uploads and that's it. He's a bollocks.
You're taking this badly for someone that isn't French or United fan.
I just like he cost like £100 billion, and he's been like fairly like, I don't know. It's frustrating to watch shit like that.
I think United fans always try and justify it. Like, we don't watch what it does week in, week out. Which, well, yeah, fuck all most of the time.
To be fair, if you have to play under Herrera in a midfield just to make sure Pogba, like playing Pogba as well, just to make sure Pogba doesn't look shit, you have to play under Herrera as well, then something's wrong. You can't.
And Matic, like you hear some people say like, but like Matic isn't playing, or there was like that one thing where it was like, yeah, well, you need to sign a player like Modric or Kroos to show how good Pogba really is. And then that meme went around where it was like, yeah, I've just spent $1,000 on an iPhone 10. I just need to spend another $1,000 on a charger so I can fucking use it. Football fans. That's why we're here. But
France win a group. Denmark comes second.
Yeah, but France have an absolute hack as a manager.
Deschamps.
Didier Deschamps, yeah, he's a fucking cunt. I'll tell you something interesting about this group, right? The 4th team in it is Peru, and they have a player called Paolo Guerrero, who I think he's the same lad that used to play for Bayern Munich, but he's their most accomplished player with 34 goals and 87 caps, and he's actually banned from football right now.
Yeah, didn't he?
Yeah,
they've overturned it.
They overturned it because the captains of Denmark, Australia, and France, the other 3 teams in the group, they all wrote to FIFA and said, listen, let the boy play. Let the boy draw the sword.
It was in his thing that it was in the report. It said it was accidental. It wasn't like he was fucking knee deep in a few tickets on a Friday night.
How do you accidentally do a line of coke, though? Jack, you're the person to ask about this, actually.
Thanks for the question. I look forward to answering it now. It can get in the system just from being contaminated somewhere along that. And he got banned saying it's like, we know this wasn't taken on purpose.
Really?
But then it's a bit bizarre that he still got banned for it.
But how do you accidentally take coke? Like, I know, like, cocaine, like, fucking 87% of American money
the point is
laced
they didn't
with
find
cocaine.
it in their nose. And it was just in his system.
Yeah, but sure, Rod Stewart used to, like, finger his bumhole to get cocaine in there to protect his face.
Well,
that's true. That's a fact. You can Google that.
I'm not gonna.
There's lots of ways you can take cocaine if you're adventurous enough. I'd expect you to know that.
I'll just do it the traditional way.
In the ear. Yeah.
Yeah. France win the group, Denmark second.
It'd be so funny if he was like, I accidentally took it. I thought it was heroin. Come on.
I don't think it's not even performance enhancing.
Tell that to a greyhound that's done a line of coke before chasing that hare.
Yeah, I'll ask him when I see him.
I love intellectual discourse. Right, so Argentina.
I like the next group.
Yeah.
Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, Nigeria.
Croatia are like always like, if I can't support Ireland, which I never fucking can because we're shit, I support Croatia because they're great, basically. And they have players such as, Luka Modric, who...
Well, that midfield is really good, like Rakitic, Kovacevic, and Modric.
Kovacevic.
Kovacic, that's it, yeah.
And then they have Jedvaj, who, if you say his name incorrectly, it's Jedvaj, which is just hilarious.
Jedvaj.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would call him that if I was the commentator.
It was like, when they say like Lewandowski, but they say Lewandowski, it's like, you fucking said the W as a V the first time it appeared in the name. Why have you then chosen
Lewandowski?
Lewandowski. Yeah, I don't know. It really annoys me when people do that.
Argentina top heavy as per.
Yes.
That's a fun group because you can imagine they'll all beat each other probably, and it'll go down to the last game. Because Argentina are massively top heavy.
The four supposed forwards on their fucking squad: Higuain, Messi, Guerrero, and Dybala is ridiculous.
Argentina's defense have a combined total of 48 caps between 6 players. 5 players, sorry. That's fucking pathetic.
Mascherano with 143.
Oh, I forgot about Mascherano.
And Rojo with 56.
But they don't play Mascherano.
And Otamendi with 54.
Alright, Mr. Stats over there.
It's an old squad. That is an old squad.
Yeah, even in midfield that old, like Ever Banega's quite old.
I feel like they're always old, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a bit shit out usually, aren't they? Kick the shit out of us. Similar to Uruguay.
Usually what happens is...
Beckham kicking the back of the leg.
Can't wait to see Higuain miss an open goal.
That group literally could go anywhere.
Yeah. I think you got to fancy Croatia. I mean, Mandzukic, who plays up front for Croatia, he's quite decent.
Kalinic?
Yeah, and the guy who plays for Inter Milan.
Kramaric?
No, Perisic. Is it Perisic? Yeah, that's it. They've got like a pretty good team.
Yeah. They have another lad from Inter called Brozovic as well.
Right.
Yeah, so I think they could go because Nigeria could get a result against any of them.
Yeah, and Iceland are, Iceland, aren't they? I mean, like Sigurdsson with his free kicks and stuff.
Right, we're going to spend the rest of the podcast talking about the Nigeria kit.
Oh, we could do.
What do you think of it?
It is an incredible kit.
It's very nice, yeah.
I wouldn't wear it because I'm not a weirdo.
Because you're a racist.
Because I'm not a nonce. But it is well nice.
I feel like a lot of the kits have been a sort of a throwback to 90s kits because Spain have got sort of a weird sort of diamonds on their shirt. That's kind of a throwback to the 90s.
Yeah.
Did you see the USA kit the other night?
No.
The Pride one, was it?
No, that was the Ireland one, wasn't it?
The USA had one as well. It might have only been in women's football though.
Oh, the American one's well nice.
John Obi Mikel is 31.
Jesus.
Like, he signed for Chelsea when I was in, like, second year.
Yeah, he was like 19, wasn't he?
How is he not 42 years old? I just don't understand. Honestly. Victor Moses is 27. Here, this is fake.
Yeah, but haven't Nigeria famously had problems with players' ages over the years? Like, we signed Yakubu, and it was apparently he was 27, even though he'd been in the league 42 years. So that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, Kanu is 108 years old. But the only way to tell a person's age is to cut them open and count the rings. So they've never been able to actually, nail down how old these people are. They have to wait till they die. But
yeah. Which is a real flaw in age counting. I mean, you'd think we get better right.
For anyone who's angry, this is a legit thing in Nigerian football, and there's so many articles and tests done. It's in Nigeria, you can basically get a birth cert by going down to your local post office and making up numbers, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, here you go."
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah. They've
always been like that, haven't
Yeah, they've had like countless issues, especially with youth players. Like, really weird thing about Nigeria is that their youth teams do really well, and then when they grow up, they're not good at football anymore.
It wasn't that famous. Like Obafemi Martins was another one that was. They weren't sure how old he was.
Yeah.
Like, and I think he played football for 25 years, and he's still only.
There was
33.
There was someone who played for Lazio as well.
You're thinking of your
So
man.
youth player.
Yeah, he played for AC Milan, I think, as well. Didn't he go between both clubs?
He looked like he was mid-40s when they said he was 17.
He literally had wrinkles with like dust inside of the wrinkles. Like, he was such a blatantly old man, and AC Milan were like, yeah, 16 and a half years old. He's had a stressful life, this boy. I wish I could remember that guy's name. But anyway, the next group looks decent. Brazil, Costa Rica, Serbia, and Switzerland. When I say decent, I mean it's got Brazil in it.
Yeah.
Neymar, obviously.
They should romp through that group, to be fair, because we beat Switzerland in the group to qualify for this, and they're not great.
Yeah. They have a good team on paper. They just never seem to like do very well.
Yeah, Switzerland never not qualify. I feel like that's a thing. Like, they're always
in the last few tournaments, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Johan Juru, 31 years old, another fucking shock right there.
Is Philip Senderoff still playing for him?
I would assume not. Nah, it doesn't appear as though he is. But they do have Granit Xhaka, who is the next best thing.
That Brazil squad. Every time the Brazil squad comes out, it looks ridiculous, but even more so this time around.
Yeah, I mean years ago, I remember Brazil never had a goalie that was any good, and their defenders were always terrible, or at least one of them was always terrible, and they still were really good. Whereas this Brazil team have got an amazing defense. They Alisson and Ederson are quality goalkeepers, and obviously up front, with Neymar and Gabriel Jesus and stuff like that. But yeah, this team on paper looks way better than the Brazil team that have done well in the past. They reached the semis last time out.
Yeah, and they got hockey.
Lost 7-1.
Yeah, but that was Brazil without Thiago Silva and Neymar, who are two of the best players in the world at their position. And this time they don't just have to rely on them. They've got Felipe Luis obviously at left back, and then Miranda and Thiago Silva at centre back. Then there's I don't know why I said Felipe Luis when Marcelo plays for Brazil. Marquinhos, they just have a very good, solid all-round team, and they have Coutinho, who will score a goal from anywhere on the pitch for the laugh, and Paulinho, who is the fourth most expensive player ever for Barcelona. So,
who is apparently decent.
Firmino and Willian.
I mean, if they play a midfield of Casemiro, Fernandinho, and Paulinho, nobody's getting past that. It's not going to be particularly creative, but
they literally can't fit all their attackers in the one team.
Yeah.
It's mad. Always a shame when that happens. They're going to have to play Neymar at left back.
Yeah, they should smash that group, to be fair.
Yeah, Serbia are one of those teams that usually have a core few great players, but I suppose Ivanovic is getting on. Matic, I feel like he's getting on, but he's somehow only 29 years old. I don't know how these players are not aging. Kolarov, he's 32. Dusan Tadic is not very good anymore.
They're always a type of team that someone go, they're a dark horse, but they're not.
Dzeko's Bosnian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he went to Bosnia.
Who plays up front for Serbia then?
Your man Mitrovic, yeah.
Ah, that's it, yeah.
Mad bastard he is. He's in that Pepe line of players.
Is, yeah, mental cunt, yeah, that's what you want. Group F has Germany, and they are great, but they have no fullbacks ever. Which is
just think, I said to you before we started, I reckon they won't get out of the group.
Fuck off.
They're not going to do it. It's going to be the classic, the world champions who are really, really good, but they have a shit tournament. I
They've
think
got
that's what I
Mexico, South Korea, and Sweden.
said. Yeah, but Rafael Marquez plays for Mexico still, and he's 47 years old.
That's true. He is
Yeah.
literally 47. That's not even an exaggeration. They have a 47-year-old man in their team.
They didn't take Sane. Which
Yeah,
is a bit
see.
mad.
Why would they need him when they have Julian Brandt?
Who is that?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd never heard of him.
He's the fella that your scouts never fucking stop telling you to sign in Football Manager.
Oh, right.
He's an AMRLC. In the
I mean, to me, if they play the Germany team that like of Gundogan, like Khedira, Cruz, and Ozil in midfield, that's not great. Like, I mean,
okay,
but just because,
I'll take it.
yeah, but you know, Ozil can be kind of hit me. Like he might turn up or he might not.
Nah, Ozil will be great. He doesn't have to
Um,
fucking play with, you know, those idiots in the Arsenal team. So
I think they like because most tournaments Germany go in without a decent like striker because obviously Thomas Muller isn't a striker really, and Gomez has never been great. But like Timo Werner's great, Marco Reus, although he's come back from injury, and Draxler is not bad to have, you know, on the wings or whatever.
Ozil won't be passing it to Danny Welbeck this time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're gonna top their group.
No, they're gonna come. They're gonna come.
I'm not convinced they'll
Dead
win it,
bottom.
like a lot of people are. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they've got the squad for it this time around.
Well, like Mexico, like Giovanni Dos Santos is a great player on the international stage. Like he always does really well for Mexico. They have Javier Hernandez, I suppose. Like I really can't see them doing well up against Germany, who are, you know, famously efficient and a well-oiled machine and various other fucking things. And football is a bunch of people kick a ball around for 90 minutes and Germany win, and various other fucking things that BBC are going to say over and over again, much to my ire. But I do think they're just better than all of these teams, and
Yeah, they'll get through the group easily.
they always turn up in the group stages, though.
Yeah, Luton, you're just a fucking idiot.
You're just
No, I'm telling you. There's going to be a shock in this tournament. Somebody's going to be fucking shithouse, and I don't think it's going to be England. So it's going to be.
Why do you hate Germany so much? What did they ever do?
Well,
I know, right?
do you not remember World War II?
I just don't see
it.
it. Like I don't see one of the other big teams failing, like Spain, France, like maybe Argentina, because they're just a bit top heavy. But like some big team is going to fail because they always do.
Who do you think is going to be the breakout star? This is a question asked by Hennessy, who says, which new player will star in the World Cup like James Rodriguez did in 2014?
Wayne Rooney.
Remember the name.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to call someone.
Yuri
I
Tillemans,
don't
that's what I'm
think you
saying.
get him anymore. Just because everyone knows all the players now, don't they?
I mean,
Yeah,
the
everyone-
last one was 4 years ago. It's not that far. Like,
Yeah, I just think the amount of, like, with Twitter and that, everyone's heard of every single player.
I'm just glad that I was calling him James Rodriguez, and cunts in my comment section were like, it's pronounced James! And fuck all of you. If you're still listening, you pricks.
But yeah, it's hard to pick a player, I think.
I think Dries Mertens will have a good tournament for Belgium. I think only on the basis that my dad's probably never heard of Dries Mertens, so that's who I'm going for as like somebody who could be good that the average bloke has never heard of. Because who the fuck watches Italian football?
But
So-
like Mertens isn't going to get a big transfer to Real Madrid.
I don't know. He might do. Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know. It's going to be someone young. I mean, Mertens is he's not old, but
He's 31.
he's not.
He's not getting
Yeah.
that big. I think Yuri Tillemans, just because I like him, and that would be very satisfactory.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's our answer then. I'm still going with Wayne Rooney, but
Yeah.
You've chosen your player.
Wayne Rooney, famously in the squad.
He was robbed
Hold
by
on.
being shit.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek is in the England team.
Yeah.
And your problem is,
Not in
Don't
fellas.
you wouldn't walk into the Irish team.
Oh yeah, but like that's. I mean, all right, if that's how we're doing it, fuck.
That's
Yeah.
how I'm doing
but England always like to take a wild card who's above 6'5"
And
just
never
to freak
give him a
everybody
game,
else out.
or else he's Theo
Yeah.
Walcott. Yeah, England are funny.
It's quite a young squad, England, the guy, isn't it?
It's an inexperienced team, for sure, yeah. I mean, I don't know who has the most caps, but it's probably someone weird like Ashley Young.
It is Gary Cahill.
Gary Cahill, yeah.
That's inspiring.
Quality hard Brexit defender, Gary Cahill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley Young in there as well. Danny Welbeck
it's
has
not-
38 caps.
We might not get out of the group.
Yeah.
If
When
our
you
group
go for-
wasn't
when you
so
go for the
terrible,
squad.
if our group wasn't so terrible, I'd agree with you. But if
Yeah, we'll
Panama,
go
I mean, come on.
I think Panama are going to win the whole thing.
And then the group. Colombia have always got like a decent enough team.
hmm.
And it's like, yeah, James Rodriguez, Falcao.
Quadrado at Juventus.
Yeah. That's Spurs centre back.
Yeah, your man. He's
Sanchez.
he's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
He's an absolute fucking unit, though.
He is like he's like a quality defender, but he's also a bomb scare. Like, if you need someone to get sent off in a big game, like, he'll be there with a 2-footed tackle that he absolutely didn't have to make. He's one of those players. You can't really trust him. They have a lad called Yerry Mina who signed for Barcelona there in January, which is really weird.
Didn't he
but-
play in one of the last games and he was fucking terrible?
What?
They lost their unbeaten season to Levante, and it was mostly his fault.
What's it? Fair play to him.
That sounds correct as well, yeah.
Yeah, then you got Japan, who always... Apparently this is their worst team in years.
Yeah, I agree.
Who is the Nagatomo?
He's the lad from Inter, the left back.
Okay, that's why now, apparently.
Oh, yeah, well, he used to be for Inter. They've got Yoshida. Fucking
Okazaki.
Kazuki Honda is still going and he's only 32. I don't know how that's true.
I just see all these Japanese names written down, and I suddenly got a flash to the end of Metal Gear Solid, which isn't racist at all.
No,
Godzilla.
they are like objectively the coolest fucking names in the world.
Yeah.
They are. Just because they're fucking right in your face, aren't they?
Hotaru
Shibasaki.
Yamaguchi. Yeah.
Haraguchi. Muto. Higashiguchi.
Yeah.
This is why we
Doesn't mean my bang on accent.
Dude, can you do the whole squad?
Ichi Kawashima. Masaki Higashiguchi. Kazuki Nakamura. Naomichi Ueda. Genshoji. That's an incredible name.
It is.
Yeah. Jens.
Yuto
Oh, wow.
Nagatomi. Wataru Endo. Hiroki Sakai. Tamoki Makino. Katuki Sakai. That's small Africa.
No, I think it actually sounds really accurate.
And
Yeah.
so on.
I'm laughing at how impressed I am.
That is not an accent I ever thought we'd be able to do.
Are either of you bitter about the fact that the World Cups are going Russia, Qatar, and then probably Morocco? Are you angry that it's not going
Not
back
bit.
to?
It's just embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, yeah.
I saw the question is about what about not being in England, but it's not how it works anyway.
Yeah, like they're always going for like exotic places. Brazil is like the outlier. Brazil and Germany are the outliers of the last like
They
nearly
do it
20
by-
years.
They do it by regions. So every 4 years, another region, it's certain countries within that region gets bid for it.
Yeah, I don't really understand why they didn't go to Australia or something like that. I mean, you can argue Australia don't have a World Cup history, but nor the fuck did Qatar. Like,
But that whole history thing is a lot of bollocks. Like, Japan South Korea was a fucking amazing World Cup, not just in terms of the actual games and shit like that, but the spectacle of it and just that atmospheric feel, like, and that break away from the traditional fucking Italy, England, like all of that. Like, it was great. It was a great thing for football, and there was a lot of like magic to be had waking up at fucking 7 o'clock before school and watching a game of football, and it was great. Like, I like it when they do stuff like that. Qatar is likely going to pose a big problem because they can't really take it away from Qatar now. It's too far into it, and it's going to be in the winter, and the players are all going to die of heat exhaustion.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, that's what it's like for the rest of the fucking world when the World Cup comes on. Do you know what I mean? Like, other seasons run through. Like, I think it's kind of interesting just from a neutral spectator point of view to see what's going to happen. But I like it when stuff like that happens. Like, do you know, like if Man United got relegated, I think that'd be great because I love it when things change and when lots of people are just really unhappy. That's when I'm at my happiest, and that's why I think Thanos should get all the Infinity Stones and fuck all of you.
And why Thanos will win the World Cup.
Yeah, why Thanos will win the World Cup. That's where I should have gone with that. Yeah, but I like that. And like Morocco, like, yeah, sure, whatever. Would be good if they were going to countries that didn't have such drastic like civil rights violations. But like, whatever, as long as
they've always done it by regions. So like if you go back to like 70. It went South America, then Europe, then South America, then Europe, then South America, then Europe, then America, then Europe, then Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, Europe, Asia. So they'd always do it differently. So there's a year where you can bid for it as a European team. And you remember, like, we bid for it for 2018 against Russia. It's just they chose Russia. There's
I mean,
England aren't having it.
To be fair, like, if Russia wasn't such a fucking in the midst of doing all the Russia things they're doing right now, it makes sense to have a World Cup in a country so vast like that, and that makes sense. I mean, because a lot of the European countries, the major European countries, have already hosted a World Cup recently, like France, obviously '98, Germany in 2006. I mean, you could have given it to Spain, I guess, but
there is definitely a seedier reason, and I'm pretty sure England have admitted that they. What the fuck is that noise?
What noise?
What?
I'm pretty sure England have admitted that they tried to bribe FIFA, but FIFA had basically already accepted a bigger bribe from Russia, or there's some shit like that. Some cable was released or some leak.
Yeah, no, we. So we're trying to get him in trouble for it.
Did the thing just cut out or what?
It cut out for me for Jack.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't hear Jack speak there.
Yeah, neither did I. What did you say?
It probably wasn't Lurf listening to.
Oh.
I can't remember. It was over 15 seconds ago now.
Cool. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't really get, like, England got the Olympics in 2015? 2012, yeah.
12.
Jesus, man. It's just getting old is the shittest thing in the world. I have no fucking concept of time at all. Like the Liverpool Champions League final, Istanbul, feels like it was about 3.5 years ago to me.
Yeah, it is weird. Like 2011 doesn't feel that long ago, but it's actually fucking 7 years ago. And you're like, what the?
2004 was about 5 years ago.
Yeah. At most.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what else to talk about with the tournament. I'm oddly, like, not hyped at all about this, and I think it's because the opening game is like the equivalent. If it were club football, it would be Levski Sofia against Maccabi Haifa on a fucking Thursday night on Channel 5.
Yeah, it is a bit like that, yeah. I mean, it's just uninspiring until you get to the latter stages, because there's going to be a lot of shitty games. Like obviously Portugal Spain is a great game in the group stages.
England Panama.
Yeah, England Panama.
Morocco
It's just
Iran.
a classic. But there is a lot of shit games.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thankfully they're on at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon though, so I'll be at work and I won't have to watch them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I think England's first game is on like a Thursday at 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 4 o'clock. Like, I get home at fucking 7 every day. I'm gonna miss most of the World Cup because of work. And that's never happened to me before. That's bullshit.
I feel like the latter stages will all be 8 o'clock kickoffs though, surely.
Yeah, generally they are. But then it's Russia. Like, are they gonna have like that's like fucking? In some parts of Russia, I think that's 11 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume they'll try and make it so it's helpful to most of Europe. Like, they don't tend to give a shit about South America.
The World Cup final 2002 was on like a Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's because it was Saturday night where it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you couldn't be going out and getting pissed on a Saturday morning when you're 11 years old. Yeah, I don't know. Who are we gonna say? Who's gonna win? Let's do the fun stuff and then.
I'm going to go France.
I'm gonna go Brazil.
I'm gonna say Spain.
Oh, just to be different.
I'm pretty sure I said them at the start. In fairness.
I think on paper the Spanish have got the best squad. I'd say probably.
Yeah, because like they have basically all of the like proficiency of Germany, but they also have a capable defense. They probably don't. They probably could do another like David Villa in their team, but
yeah, because if they lose Diego Costa, like they've not got anybody else really.
Why didn't they bring Morata? What the fuck is that about?
Because he's a bit rubbish.
He's not. I mean, well.
He's had a pretty average season, really.
Yeah, but he's not being used very well at Chelsea, like.
No.
They literally are bringing one striker.
Yeah, they've got.
Yeah, because Aspas isn't really a striker, and Rodrigo at Valencia, again, isn't really a striker.
He's a striker.
Yeah, but he's not like someone who's going to score, like in a regular season, he's not someone who scores like 20 goals in a league.
He's more like a shadow striker, isn't he? He's not like a poacher.
No. Yeah. But it's like Spain have so many players that can get goals though, like so many number 10s who can get goals. So I don't think it'll be too much of a problem.
Yeah, I hope not.
Like you could just play Isco up front if
What else is there? Top goal scorer.
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, Wayne Rooney.
He's coming back
with 2 goals, both of them penalty.
Do you know Wayne Rooney is statistically the worst striker in the history of the World Cup? Striker.
He's scored many tournament goals.
No striker has ever gone that long without scoring a goal in the history of the World Cup.
I think you show some fucking respect.
Do you know, even when he was at his peak, I was like, he's garbage. I fucking hate Wayne Rooney, and I've always hated Wayne Rooney, and I've always hated the way people acted. Like, there was a fucking trope going around the year 2011. People used to say, he's good, but he's not quite like a Ronaldo or a Messi or a Rooney. And they used to put those 3 together as if all of those are like each other. As if one of those is not like the others.
I think he was always known as beneath them.
No, I swear to God, like...
Not when he was like 18, 19, 20.
No. This is like off the back of that 40 goal season he had or whatever. It was Messi, Ronaldo, Rooney is what people used to say. Sky Sports used to trot that out all the time about.
But isn't that not fair on form?
Well, like nowadays they don't even say stuff like Messi, Ronaldo, Salah. They don't say Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez or Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar. It's just Messi, Ronaldo. And all of those players that I just named are better than Wayne Rooney in his peak.
I think just consistency. And that's what that is. For now, it's the fact that Messi and Ronaldo have done it 10 seasons in a row, basically. Like, I mean, and Rooney was fairly consistent up until that, like, the season after. Like, he got 31 goals in the league in that season. Then after that, he was kind of rubbish.
But then he had one other season where he got loads of goals again. He had like 2 seasons that weren't back to back where he scored lots of goals in lots of games and looked great. And then every other season he has, like, what you would say if you were being nice is underperformed.
Yeah.
Which...
But he scored a hat-trick this season against West Ham, so, you know.
He's
and
back.
West Ham are really good.
That's true, yeah. Moisey has turned them into an absolute machine.
I don't know who... I mean, top scorer, to go back to top scorer. I think I'd give it to someone like Lukaku. Yeah, you got to think about teams that will go far in the tournament and, like, score a lot of goals in the group.
I'll go Neymar.
Neymar, yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Neymar's a good shout. Yeah. Because you imagine Brazil will smash that group.
Or João Guerrero, because he's basically... Or, sorry, Pablo Guerrero. Because he's basically been given a license to snort coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all wish we had.
Like he just does a line and they catch him and he's like, he just fucking photocopies that letter that all the captains wrote and he's like, oh, please read this, and they go, okay.
I imagine, like, when he goes for a corner and, like, you know, there's a water bottle by where the goalkeeper has his towel, like, he just does a line off the grass and then, you know.
Who will win the most footballer award?
Pepe, obviously.
I like it. That's a good shout. I'll say Ramos, I suppose.
Yeah.
One of the French blokes.
Yeah, that's
Calente.
Most assists, like...
that would be random.
That'd be like David Silva or something.
James Milner getting the most in the Champions League this year.
Did he? Jesus. Most red cards. I don't think there's any. Has anyone ever gotten 2 red cards in a World Cup?
Zidane. When he did, when he headbutted, he was banned for a couple of group stage games as well. I think.
No.
I think he. What World Cup was that? 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he got sent off in 2006 in the final, didn't he? But he didn't miss any games through suspension because he retired after that.
No, but Jack means that he was serving a suspension earlier on in the tournament as well.
Oh no, that was 2002 because France were shit in that tournament because
that's
Zidane got sent off the first game.
Yeah.
He was known for being sent off a lot.
Yeah, but he was never once caught offside. Wasn't there something as well? Like, Harry Kewell never got a red card in his career until he got one at the World Cup, aged like 32 or something like that. Is that a thing?
It sounds like a thing.
I think he got sent off against Serbia in 2010. Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be much surprises at the World Cup, to be fair. I think it's going to be... I mean, you haven't said that Germany are going to get knocked out in the group stages, but I imagine it'll be one of the, like, main 3 or 4 teams that'll, like, reach the semis. I don't think it'll be... I don't think, like, in 2002, like, Korea finished 3rd, did they? Or
yeah, they did.
Something like that.
I know, I think they lost. I think they finished 4th. I think they lost 3-2 to Turkey.
Is it Turkey?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Turkey finished 3rd. So I don't think there's going to be any surprises like that, really, but...
I reckon South Korea might finish 4th. It's a weird World Cup though. Like, it's weird not having Italy. It's weird not having America. It's weird.
Yeah, the Dutch aren't in it.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like, they do have. There is a Dutch manager for Australia though, so they're there in spirit. I think Trent Sainsbury and the boys can do it. The Socceroos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even think of a player who is likely to get sent off in the tournament because I don't think big mental Pepe is going to start every game for Portugal.
Oh, Ramos will get sent off. If Spain start to lose in, like, the last 16 or quarter final, he'll probably just kick the ref or something.
He's literally my favourite footballer.
I love Ramos. I love him. He come out today and said something about, because they accused him of causing concussion to Karius, and he was like, well,
Liverpool fans are the worst people on the planet.
Did you hear what he said? He said, next they'll accuse me of dropping a bead of sweat on Firmino that gave him a cold.
Oh, yeah.
Ramos is just here to fucking troll all of you.
But the fact is, he's the greatest centre back of the last 10 years. Like that's you can't really deny that either. Like
Maybe
the stuff he's
Thiago
won a World Cup, a
Silva?
European champion.
Yeah.
Like he's won everything, you know.
He's the most
4
like
European
deservedly decorated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling very excited about this tournament, and I think part of it is because it's in Russia, and that's weird. Do we think there's going to be any fan violence or any of that?
I mean, is it too obvious to say yes?
See,
I mean, there's always
traditionally, World Cups are fairly violence-free, apart from, and I'm sorry to do this because I spend a lot of my time just shitting on England.
Don't you dare.
But apart from
Don't
2006 with those riots that...
He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Listen, if they didn't want us to chuck chairs, they wouldn't make them plastic and very light. So that's all I'm saying.
It's so funny the way...
chuckable.
The only thing that saved... The only reason why the whole world isn't still recoiling in horror at England fans is because the Russian fans happen to be even worse in the Euros.
Yeah.
Like, before the Russian fans were making headlines for doing things, English fans were smashing up shop windows and chanting, like, victory and all this shit. And, it's just very, very strange, and I don't really get it. But there you go.
I mean, we do like to conquer countries once we go to them, and that's
usually
just history.
Over land and sea.
Yeah.
Nothing says conquered more than throwing a bicycle into a canal.
They're claiming their rivers.
These Russian fans are like, they're fucking going for it. Like, they're not fucking around.
I know someone who follows England home and away, and he went to the Euros 2016 in France, and he said, just seeing what he saw there, he said, never go to Russia.
Wow.
Never ever go to Russia. He says England fans are stupid, and they do stupid stuff. Russia fans just do like horrifying stuff.
Yeah, we'll chuck a bike in a lake or a river, but the Russian fans will kill a bloke and chuck his body in the river.
I'm pretty sure England fans killed a guy in 2006.
No.
A German guy.
You're not fucking careful.
Another case of England fans.
Slagging my queen and country.
A friend of ours is going. You know that?
Oh god, yeah. He's got a good chance of dying in this country from being who he is than in Russia.
I'm getting him on the podcast to talk about it.
I don't.
Why?
He's boring.
I think people will want to hear from a man who's going to Russia.
The last words of a man.
That'll be good for the podcast, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who won't be on it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like FIFA, they do properly. Like, they rewrite parts of your constitution when they come to your country to plant down a World Cup. So they're going to be doing all they can to stop any violence from doing it. But then there's just this weird thing. Like, the Russian government are not that bothered about hooliganism because Russia have this real, like, it's fine attitude to everything. Like Vladimir Putin is like...
They'll cover it up.
Yeah. No, we don't hate gay people. We don't even have gays in the country.
FIFA are a dreadful company anyway. Like they part of the terms you win in it is that they don't pay tax while they're in the country, nor for the 4 years after they leave the country do they pay any tax within that country.
Yeah,
it's one of the worst companies in the world.
Yeah, truly.
I mean, they're not held to accountability by anyone, really, are they? Like, who is above?
They're not regulated by Watchdog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. I'm not really feeling hyped about the World Cup, and I don't know why.
I think because we just it's just becoming more and more obvious that club football is better.
And
and
also,
it's,
yeah,
like
and there's a World Cup like what every year now, basically. Like we're sick of it. Stop it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, even in 2002, like you could argue that an international team would beat any club team, maybe. But like now, it just wouldn't happen. Like even the best international team probably wouldn't beat Real Madrid. You know what I mean?
The fucking Ireland World Cup squad from 2002, even without Roy Keane, would beat like fucking the Man United team that won the treble with Roy Keane.
Exactly.
Based purely on, people are going to go fucking crazy when they look at that and they're like Gary Breen and Steve Staunton, but like I just mean like the unity of the team, the way they played. Like that was a team that drew 1-1 with Germany, got eliminated on penalties by Spain. Just played with a real strong sense of unity that was probably created by Roy Keane being a big bollocks and leaving. But I don't know. There was something about those teams and the way that they played together, and I don't really think it's like that anymore. Like I know in Theo Walcott's book he said that just lol at the fact that he wrote a fucking book when he was like 19. But he said like that the England team is really divided and they split into their little club cliques and they don't really.
It used to be United and didn't used to be United Liverpool players.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like they didn't like each other.
It used to be United with Liverpool players.
I thought it was against each other, wasn't it?
No.
I was like a north-south thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there was no fucking Arsenal players, like so.
Liverpool, the famous Southern club. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think it's just as well like international football is fucking painful to watch, apart from tournaments generally. But like we're so fatigued now, and I don't know. The Euros was. Like,
I think because in general, like I don't know about you guys, but I don't watch a lot of football. Like the football I watch is always good, if that makes sense. Like it's always between two good teams. The game might be shit itself, but I never watch like League One games or fucking Europa League games.
You watch?
Whereas like
I'm a real man. I watch everything. Dutch football. I could name.
Who's
like,
asked me for a Rochdale?
fucking hell.
Did you just say I asked you for a Rochdale
I'll
stream?
watch. Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to World Cup, I'll watch any game though.
Yeah, exactly. But then that's
Russia
what
Saudi
taints the
Arabia is an awful first game, but I'm
Yeah.
sort of secretly buzzing for it at the same time.
I'm not even going to watch it, and I'm not going to watch Morocco against Iran either.
Wow, you're a mental case.
I'm racist.
You are a racist.
Yeah, the first game I'll watch is probably Portugal Spain. Like,
Obviously, we have racist. That's a little spin on the original there that I created. I thought we got another question, but it was just saying start doing FIFA career mode again. I'm just trapped inside this fucking. What are those things where you shake them and things happen inside of it? A snow globe?
Yeah.
Yeah, and whenever someone shakes it, it rains career mode requests. But yeah. So
Bring on the wall.
Bring on the wall.
Bring on the World Cup.
Yeah.
The World Cup.
I mean, bring on the World Cup at your own pace whenever you're ready. Because I don't really.
When is it? It's next Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, the 14th, I think it starts.
Yeah. Wow. A week away.
And then on the 15th, Liam Gallagher is playing in Malahide Castle.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Lads on tour. Yeah, I'm going. Gonna go and wear sunglasses indoors, even though it's an outdoor gig. I will find the indoors.
You'll find some light.
How many days / months / years will Southgate be England manager after the World Cup?
A week. No, he'll get another tournament. He'll get 2 tournaments.
Yeah, because the FA like believe in him, don't they? Or they think
He doesn't even want the job. I'm not sure he's still. He didn't want it when it first came available, when it was given to him, and he doesn't want it now. But,
Yeah, I think just because they're not going to want to pay somebody else to come in and do the job, so they'll just let him continue for another tournament, I imagine.
In interviews, he does seem very much like a man who's lost a bet. He has a very weird demeanor about him. Like, he's one of those people that, like, you'll be talking, telling him loads of things, and he'll be like, yeah, I understand, yeah, shaking his head, but he's not listening to a fucking word that you're saying. I think he's one of those people.
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, and you know what happens to nice guys?
Work in football. They finished last.
Yeah, and you know where England are going to finish?
Second, just ahead of Tunisia.
just ahead of Tunisia by a point.
If you were given a mic at halftime at random to perform, what would you do / sing? It's got to be Firework, really, by Katy Perry.
Yeah, it would be.
Something.
Imagine just it's halftime and the entertainment is Jack Brown with a mic singing Firework.
Well, no, you do like a Katy Perry medley, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just
it'd be probably
commit
about
to
4 of their songs.
Yeah.
Teenage Dreams.
I fucking I literally love the song Teenage Dream. It's unbelievably good.
Then I chuck in a Taylor Swift for good measure.
Yeah, Bad Blood.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Cause now we got bad blood.
Have we actually heard the official World Cup anthem? Like,
Is there one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah.
What? This isn't real, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Will Smith has made the World Cup song.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Have you
I
fucking
haven't heard it though. I haven't brought myself to hear it. If it's not Men in Black, I don't care. But
What about Jiggy with it?
well, no, I'm saying if it's not
welcome
he's
to
just rehashed Men in Black.
welcome to Moscow.
Welcome to the jungle. Down. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you can just hear in my voice how little I care about this tournament, and it's weird, but there you go.
If Ireland were in it, obviously your enthusiasm would be slightly higher, or no? You still wouldn't care that much?
I'd say I probably wouldn't care until the fucking starting 11 is announced for whatever game we would have. Like, I'd say that's probably where I'd be at. I'd probably... Like, it's weird, like, I think it's because, like, there's some shit going on in my life, and I just started a new job, and, like, I'm just busy all the time, that just I haven't had any time to actually soak in the energy of the World Cup. So, like, it doesn't actually really feel like it's happening. And then on top of that, I also know that I'm going to miss the opening ceremony, which is usually, like, a load of bollocks, but you watch it anyway just because... And just with the kickoff times and stuff like that, it doesn't really feel like I'm going to be out with my mates in the pub watching any of the games. So I'm kind of just wondering, like, at what point am I even going to get to sit down and enjoy this World Cup apart from weekends? Like, I'm going to be coming home and just coming in the door as the game is kicking off. And, you know, that way, like, if you don't see the starting 11, you miss a bit of the context. And,
yeah.
You know, it's just...
It's not the same.
Yeah, I somehow happened into the circumstances where just the World Cup is not really going to play an important part in my life, and it's sad because I wish it was, and I love watching the World Cup, but, like, I don't know, I'm just, you know, real life has kicked me in the balls this year, and I'm angry about it, and I'm taking that anger out on the World Cup when I should be just quitting my job like a real man. So
yeah, I mean, for us, like, for me, like, the World Cup doesn't start until, like, you start to see flags on cars, you know, so that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, and a whole front window of, like, the estate that you live next to or whatever has got, like, their whole front window is just the flag, because they don't like staring at the window, they don't like sunlight, they just like the flag.
Hanging flags out your window is really fucking weird. Like, I really don't understand it. There's a house near... There's a place in Ireland called Dunleary, and it's got a lovely, like, walk out on a pier, and, like, if you go there in the summertime, it's just absolutely lovely. And there's a house on the way there where the fucking guy has, like, a gigantic Man United flag on his lawn, and it's literally, like, as big as his house, and it's tied to a mast, and it's like... the fuck are you doing? Like, even if you're from Manchester, having a flag that size of your club in your garden, like, just what? That's just fucking weird. You're definitely on some kind of government list if you're going around doing that. Like,
Yeah. I don't think I've ever waved a flag. I mean, I've worn an England shirt while watching England. I mean, that's as far as I go. I've never gone the flag waving route. I mean, because they can't see me waving the flag. Like, no matter how hard I wave it, like, it affects nothing.
have you ever banged a drum or played the same tune over and over and over?
No.
You haven't lived, my son.
I've yelled "Come on, England" probably in a pub once or twice, but that doesn't help either.
You strike me as the kind of guy who you were like having an in-depth discussion about Spider-Man or something, and people started making noise, and you shouted "Come on, England," but it was like Belgium against Ghana.
Yeah, and I was removed. Yeah, I was removed. Yeah,
Forcibly.
Yeah, but the Spider-Man conversation was really good. So
yeah. Come on, England. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be happy for you if you won, honestly. The bitterness on my part is mostly pretend.
yeah, I think I supported Ireland in 2002 when you played Germany.
Oh,
So, I mean,
God,
that's
what a
something.
moment. I took the day off
Sure,
school.
they'll never forgotten it.
I certainly haven't forgotten. Camera pans to me appreciating Loosemore's support.
Was that? Did you have Niall Quinn still in the team back then?
We certainly did.
What a forward line that was. Niall Quinn and Robbie Keane.
Yeah. And, well, Niall Quinn didn't start. Damien Duff actually played as the secondary striker in the team, so it was Keane and Duff. And it was a really fucking useful partnership because Duff was very, very good back then. And he came from like any angle. He didn't, because he was playing as basically a false nine. Mick McCarthy basically invented the false nine position for Damien Duff. And it was just...
It's weird that like Messi took it on from Damien Duff.
Well,
you know?
Damien Duff tutored Messi, famously.
Yeah.
Messi came out to Tala, and yeah, they bought some shandies in Aldi, and they sat in the park and yeah.
What a life.
Are we done? I think we're done.
I believe we've accurately predicted the World Cup.
Yeah.
All right, it's been real.
It has been. I finished my ice cream.
Oh, nice. To be honest, I didn't know.
I told you I could get quite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, ice cream is not exactly allowed.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
tree.
intermittently eating Ben and Jerry's, so just
Why
don't rely on me too much. You know?
why are you like this? Consistently irredeemable. I could hear you just shoving the spoon into your mouth. And what's worse is that I know that you just opened your mouth with ice cream in it.
You look.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking Neanderthal. Oh, Jesus. Should I wait for you to
I
finish?
mean, how else do you want him to do a podcast with a face full of Ben and Jerry's? You know.
That's true.
I mean, at least he's trying.
How much Ben and Jerry's have you got?
A tub.
How much is left?
About 99%.
Brilliant.
I'll be good. I'll keep it quiet.
Alright. Yeah, at least you can't really eat ice cream loudly. That's not a challenge. Alright.
I've got some crisps after though. So.
Who has ice cream and then leaves their crisps till afterwards? That's I'm disgusted at anyone who does that. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's more go!